If you're between 13 and 18, this might be the most valuable money video you watch all year. And if you're older, use it as a checklist, because I'm about to lay out exactly what to do at 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 to get financially ahead so fast people will think you got lucky. You didn't. You had a plan. Dizzy New York Street, pile of cash. I became a millionaire in my 20s. If I'd had a guide like this as a teen, I would have hit that number years earlier. So don't just watch the section for your age. Watch the whole thing. Stack the steps, skip one, and you may regret it later. Let's start at age 13. Age 13. Start the clock on compound growth. When it comes to investing, time is your unfair advantage. The longer your money stays invested, the more it snowballs, small at first, then bigger, then ridiculous. Snowball rolling. But you're not old enough to invest by yourself yet, right? No problem. Ask a parent or guardian to open a custodial investing account in your name. In the US, those are typically UGMA or UTMA accounts. In the UK, it's a junior stocks and shares ISA. The adult controls the account. You get the benefit. Parents, if you're listening, this is one of the best gifts you can give a kid. Birthdays, holidays, ask family to contribute a little instead of piling up stuff that's forgotten into weeks. Gift box, redirect that money into a diversified fund. As for what to buy, I'm not your financial advisor, but many long-term investors keep it simple with a low-cost S&P 500 index fund, a single fund that spreads money across hundreds of America's biggest public companies. Historically, that approach has returned solid long-term results, and it removes the pressure to pick the next big thing. In the UK, once you hit 16, you can usually manage the junior account. At 18, you can withdraw if you choose, though if you catch the investing bug, you'll want to keep compounding. In the US, contributions to custodial accounts are technically gifts from the adult. Stay aware of gift tax limits in any year. Bottom line, at 13, start the clock. Time in the market beats timing the market. Age 14. Explore everything, skills before bills. Here's your superpower at 14. You don't have rent. You probably don't have a car payment either. That gives you room to experiment. Try things. Lots of things. Pressure wash driveways. Mow lawns. Learn Photoshop or Premiere. Volunteer to keep score at youth sports. Try competitive swimming or wrestling or track. Serious sports teach discipline you can't get from Netflix. Running track. I hear teens say, I don't have a talent. How would you know? You haven't sampled enough. Try 10 things. When you find something you're naturally good at or just love improving at, double down. Put in the reps. Talent stacks over time, and your future income will thank you. Age 15. Build a war chest and ask for cash. One thing I miss about being young, people give you presents. Instead of asking for gadgets you'll forget in 3 months, ask for cash. Not to blow to stash. Piggy bank. Get a Saturday job or a few after-school shifts. Retail, grocery, local cafe. Don't be picky. You'll learn, and you'll learn. Showing up, dealing with people, handling problems. Those social muscles pay later. Now here's the mindset shift. Don't save for a new console. Stash for a launch pad. It's way easier to start a small hustle with $100, $500 than with $0. Use your stash to buy a tool that makes money. A used camera, a decent laptop, a pressure washer, a beginner mic, old computer. Tools unlock opportunities. Also apply for your learner's permit as soon as you're eligible in your state. Even if you don't drive right away, starting now keeps you ahead of schedule. Age 16. Stack skills, invest in tools, not trinkets. You've got a 2-year runway before adulthood hits. Use it. List your strengths and curiosities. Pick a few and stack them. When I was young, I loved selling, design, mechanics, and woodwork. I didn't know how they'd connect, but later they blended into businesses that changed my life. Resist the buy every course trap. There are good courses out there, but your best moves at 16 are joining communities, discords, forums, local clubs where people actually do the thing. Invest in tools you'll master. A second-hand iMac or Windows laptop turned my kid into a video editor because he had to squeeze value from it. Old computer. He learned Photoshop and editing because the machine was precious. Between now and 18, your mission is simple. Become useful. A company that doesn't have to train you from zero will hire you faster and pay you more. Age 17. Get your license. Seriously, I'm going to be blunt. Pass your driving test. In many US states you can do this at 16. At 17, there's no excuse. You may think you don't need a car, but driving multiplies your opportunities. Client lives 30 minutes away. Instead of flaking on buses that never show, you show up early. That builds a reputation fast. One of my rules today is the same as it was decades ago. Early is on time. On time is late. Late is unacceptable. Highway at sunrise. Once you pass, buy a cheap, reliable starter car with your stash. Don't worry about cool, worrying about freedom. Reliable wheels make side hustles and jobs possible. Used car. Age 18. The adult money checklist. You've hit 18. Here's your 7-point checklist to lock in your financial foundation. Even if you're older, knock these out now. 1. Open to bank accounts. A checking account for money, NAND out. A high-yield savings account for your emergency fund. Use different banks. Out of sight, out of mind. Bank app on phone. Target 3 to 6 months of essential expenses in that savings account. This is not to invest. It's your airbag for emergencies, job loss, medical bills, car repairs. To get a credit card and use it right. Pay for gas and groceries with the card. Pay it off in full every month. No exceptions. That builds your credit score fast, which means cheaper car loans and a better mortgage later. Think of your credit score like your Uber rating from Money High Score. Better treatment. Old school advice said, never borrow. That mindset keeps people stuck. Used responsibly, credit builds your financial reputation and opens doors. 3. Open an investment account, the right kind. In the US, it's a Roth IRA. In the UK, a stocks and shares ISA. In Canada, a TFSA. These accounts are powerful because they can shelter your investment gains from taxes, with contribution limits you should know and respect. Most investing apps now allow fractional shares, so you can buy $1 of Apple instead of $220, or put $25 a week into an S&P 500 fund automatically. If you're nervous, start in a practice mode with fake money to learn the interface and test habits. Think hard about college, university. Is it a scam? It depends. If you want to be a doctor, nurse, engineer, teacher, yes, you likely need the degree. But for plumbing, coding, design, sales, media, entrepreneurship, employers care more about skill and portfolio and a pricey diploma. If you don't know what you want, apprenticeships and trade programs are underrated. You'll get paid to learn, build real skills, and come out with less debt and more direction. 5. Avoid bad debt like it bites. Some debt is productive. A sensible mortgage, a small business loan with a clear plan. But consumer debt, financing a car you can't afford, maxing cards for lifestyle, that's a trap. If something won't put money back in your pocket and you can't pay cash, wait. Your future self will be richer and far less stressed. 6. Start a service-based side hustle. You already built skills. Package them. Copywriting, video editing, short-form content repurposing, photography, social media management, web design, basic coding. These have low startup costs and high upside. Laptop at coffee shop. No high-income skill yet? Use your job to fund evenings and weekends of learning. Your 9 to 5 becomes your investor. 7. Invest for the long run and automate it. This is where compounding gets wild. If an 18-year-old invests $250 a month at an average 8% annual return inside a Roth IRA, ISA, by 65 they could be around $1.5 million tax-free. Start at 28 with the same $250 a month. You're closer to $679,000. Same money, less time, less wealth. Time is everything. Compound interest curve. Automate your contributions so the decision is made once, not every month. Future you will want to hug present you. Age by age. Recap your step-by-step map. Age 13. Start investing with an adult's help. Ask for a custodial account. UTMA in the US. Junior stocks and shares ISA in the UK. Keep it simple. Consider broad index fund approach. Redirect birthday, holiday gifts into the account. Birthday cake plus dollar bills. Age 14. Sample and stack. Try many activities, sports, creative tools, small hustles. Notice what you enjoy getting better at. Double down. Age 15. Stash, don't splash. Ask for cash, not clutter. Get weekend work. Build a small stash. Buy a tool with earning power. Use laptop, camera, mic. Apply for your learner's permit where eligible. Age 16. Invest in tools and communities. Join groups where people actually do the thing you want to do. Spend on the gear you'll master. Build a mini portfolio. Edits, designs, clips, code. Age 17. Get the license, unlock freedom. Pass the test, buy a reliable used car. Show up early. Take gigs you couldn't take before. Be the dependable one. Age 18. The Money Foundation. To bank accounts checking plus high-yield savings with separate banks, a starter credit card use and paid off monthly, a tax-advantaged investment account Roth IRA, ISA, TFSA with Auto Invest, smart college decision only if your path requires it, avoid consumer debt, use productive debt cautiously, launch a service-based side hustle, invest for decades and automate your contributions. Why this works even if you're older, you're stacking time, skills, and systems. At 13 to 18 you don't need big money. You need tiny, consistent moves that compound. $50 a month into a broad index fund for years. 2 or 3 skills that make you useful and valuable. Habits that keep you out of debt and inside opportunity. That's why the people who execute this quietly race ahead. It's not flashy, it's effective. Final thought. The world will tell you to wait until you're older to worrying about money. That's how average happens. Start now. Even small. You're not competing with the rich kid down the block, you're competing with your own excuses. Imagine yourself at 25, 30, 35. Do they thank you or resent you? The choices you make this year answer that question. Future city skyline. If this helped, drop a comment with your age and which state you're starting today. Smash the like button so more teens don't miss this. And subscribe for weekly money moves you can actually use. And if you want my simple framework for turning one skill into your first $1,000 a month, say skill stack in the comments. I'll make that video next. Pile of catch.